And so leading from sexuality to dating, we've just got to get in. We have to get in this conversation about Amy Webb's new book that is going to be out in January. Tell us a little bit about it, Amy.
It's out January 31st, but by all means, please go pre-order it now on Amazon. It is called Data, A Love Story. And the story is about how I gamed JDate to meet my husband. I had been I'd been in a bad relationship, and I was getting a lot of pressure from my family to go on JDate. And I did, and I went on horrifically awful dates with people who seemed online to be pretty decent human beings. They weren't. They never are. But through this process, you know, one of the things that I learned, at least in terms of religion and culture, is that algorithms, you know, can define along a certain set of parameters. You know, but I refer to myself as being Jew-ish, which is that you know, I may not be very religious, but the culture, you know, the way that I was raised, all of those things are very important to me. And it was very important for me to find a partner who aligned very sort of exactly along the same lines that I did. And that was really difficult. It was also really difficult when I, one night after having some wine, logged back into JDate as a man to look at my competition, and I realized that my competition was stiff. So it really transformed the way that I thought, and rather than waiting around and hoping that somebody would find me, I applied math, logic, and a whole bunch of spreadsheets to game the system. And he was, the first person that I found using that system was the last person that I went on a date with, and we've been married for 4 years.
Well, that's a good story. I don't know, we hear all about the shidduch crisis in the Orthodox community, and certainly issues with JDate. I mean, what are we to make of all of this?
I just love that you're just naturally looking at me as though I would know. I read Amy's book though, and it was, aside from being hilarious and very eye-opening, I mean, it is such a fascinating look at how we search for mates. And the key takeaway I got from Amy's book that I wish I'd read it years earlier was just to know what you want. Yeah. You know, not know what you think other people think you should want and what you want the world to think you can get. But like, know what you want.
And then be totally okay with requiring it.